Hey guys, how are we doing? So Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. It's going to be a bit shorter one today than it was yesterday. Just want to give you a bit of an update on the markets, what I see going on. To be honest, there's not really like loads to report on right now, but there is always something to report on. It's crypto, remember that. But yeah, so we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily here. I've got this trend line here, and I know it's a bit of an eyesore, but I'm going to show you why it's there in a second. But I'm just going to show you the daily first, and what I like and what I don't like about this. So firstly, we've held a level. We are still slowly downtrending, as you can see from this trend line. That's not why it's there. I'll show you again in a second. We are slowly downtrending. So what are we looking for? Well, the volume's decreasing and we're downtrending. So well, I'm looking for some volume to come through. If we want to reverse this, break up this trend line and then really push towards the upside again. Where do we do that? Maybe at a key level of support. Where's that going to be? Could be on this 50-day moving average on the daily. Could we come down further? Could it be here, just the 382? Right now, we're not sure. That would make sense. It would almost be a double tap if we came down there and touched off that and then started to move on again. Historically, we know September's a bad month for crypto. So there are my thoughts initially. And we will have a look at XRP, what that's doing. The XRP is holding a bit more value than Bitcoin. It hasn't wicked down like it had. So okay, sorry, one more thing, I'm stuttering my words. One good thing is, so these wicks, long wicks at the bottom, show buying pressure below, and that is a good sign. That means that the bulls don't want the price to come as low as it has been, and it's been rejecting those lower prices. So we look at Ethereum first. Ethereum obviously wicked down to the 50-day, and it's held, like I said I wanted it to do, hold above this key level of support, and it has done that so far. We could consolidate here sideways for a while. As long as we stay above this support, I'm happy with that. Then we move on out of this zone. XRP, the same. Long wicks at the bottom, sort of held the price area. Bitcoin's a little bit different. Bitcoin looks to be decreasing in value. So let's get into the hourly and just have a look at something that I saw on the hourly. So it's stuck under this trend line. It's pretty obvious to see that. But what I saw on the hourly with the relative strength index is actually called a bullish divergence, which is where the strength of the asset increases, and but the actual price action is going the opposite way. So this can lead to a reversal in the market. Just to be transparent with you guys, this can lead to a reversal, boom, like that. If we bounce off this and get some more strength here, get up at this 50, then we could look to see a break of this trend line, and that then could push us up out of this zone. That's what I'll be looking for, some action like that to be happening. Bounce off this trend line, up above this 50, may have a little push here in the strength, and that push could help us break this descending trend line here. You could have a slight inverse head and shoulders. It's not very big though. 1, 2, and 3. It's not really very it's not really very clear either, but should we have something like that, you'd have a break out of the neckline to the top of the head. You could, if you break out of this descending trend line, you'd be like that, boom, up we go. And if we can get above this wick here, then I presume that we actually would start attacking this again. So that's quite a big move, to be honest with you. That would be doesn't look very big, but it would be like a 5% upswing. So let's see what happens there. If that happens, you don't need to thank me, guys. I know I'm a genius, but no, I don't know if that will happen. It's not very, very clear. Head and shoulders, just a definite, just a possibility. I'm just throwing some ideas out there. I like to do just live reactions to my. To be fair, honestly, I look at the charts all the time, and then I like to just speak whatever comes into my mind when I make a YouTube video. That way, you know it's authentic, and I'm literally just saying what I see. I don't prep what I'm going to say unless there's something massive that I want to talk about. Then I try and prep that. Like I have 2 little news stories I want to show you here, but I'm talking about when I do some TA. H-bar really ripped last night. It's good to see that some things have already recovered and more what they lost in the first place. So yeah, obviously we've come down a bit today, but this is where we took the crash. It fell a nice 25, or right at the bottom, you could say 30%, and then it's recovered since then to the top. 49%, or to where we are now, 34%. So that is a positive sign. We've also got Algorand absolutely popping off still. So if you watched yesterday's video, I did sell my Algorand in around here, which is fine for me because I rotated it into XRP, and XRP is still low. My personal plan for this whole bull run was to cycle through most of my profits into XRP. It's an absolute gamble, by the way, so whether you follow that or not, that's completely up to you. It's not financial advice, it's just what I'm doing. I'm completely transparent on this channel. I've cycled most of my profits into XRP on the basis that it normally moves last in these bull runs, last and fast. See if we can make some extra percentages on all the profits that I've made. But that's my personal opinion. It's one way to turn a small bag of money into a decent sized bag, but it's not something I recommend, and definitely not at this stage in the bull run. Like, if you haven't really already made like a hell of a lot of profits, I wouldn't be doing that. For me, it's fine, because even if XRP comes down in value, I'm still going to have made profit, because I've made quite decent profits so far. One thing I didn't talk about yesterday is the DXY. Excuse my squiggly lines. I'll show you what I'm seeing on the DXY. I don't know why I've just pressed that. So this is the DXY. It's a dollar. It's basically a dollar strength, and I think this could be like a double M top pattern. But it has then found support on the 50. This is on the daily. It has found support on the 200 day, and we've had a bullish cross on the 200 day to the 50 day, which is not good for crypto. Normally when the dollar strength increases, we have a dip in crypto. So you see these green days goes pretty well with the last 3 days that we've had in crypto, 3 red days basically, but today it seems to have dipped. So it's important to see what happens. If we have a red engulfing candle here and we have the daily close below the 50, then I think we'll have a good day for crypto. If we bounce off the 50 and start to push up to the upside, then I think we are going to have a bad day for crypto. If we break down below the 50 and the 200, I have a price target of 87 for the DXY, and yeah, that's basically it for the DXY. I don't know what else I was going to say there. These are just things. I'm throwing you ideas out there, what I see. Solana also absolutely tanking. Look at that. Like, it's almost a straight line upwards. So anyone who's holding Solana, like, congratulations. Probably be a bit worried at this point. Not worried, no, absolutely not the right word to say. But look where we are on the relative strength index. We are massively overbought at a 91. That's just something to keep in mind. You can stake Solana for a decent return. If you've got a lot of Solana right now, probably be staking it, because the fiat value that you're getting off the return is like 6. You get like 4 to 8%. So I think like 6 is like average. That fiat value is going to be huge right about now. So you've got a lot of options going on there for Solana holders. And yeah, so Dash was an interesting one. I looked at this Dash chart yesterday. This is an interesting one for me. I don't hold Dash. I just thought it was interesting because, so this is all-time highs here, okay? We've wicked up. We've resisted it, we've come down, we've tested it at support, we've double tapped it at support here, we're getting trapped below the 50 day, and then again, the support that we've shown quite strong is the previous all-time high. So for Dash, a good trade could be to come back down here, and if we hold that as support, we are really looking up to target this area up here, which if we can get hold this as support and then we push all the way up here, we could be looking at like a 52% long opportunity there. So that's just something that I've got in the back of my mind at the minute. I'm keeping my eye on Dash. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, it just means I've got my eye on it. So as we're speaking, it looks like the market's taking having a bit of a correction. So this is a bit different. XRP looks compared to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's been slowly downtrending, but XRP hasn't. It actually has tried to come back up, and you could call this an uptrend because we are making higher lows there and higher highs. So if we print a high low here, sorry, if we can reverse this candle from about now, start pushing, then we are still uptrending for XRP, and I can show you this. Let's get more zoomed in. Okay, don't know why I'm doing this. Let me just get back on the cross. Sorry, just trying to navigate, not doing it very well. Zoom in a bit just so I can show you what I'm seeing. So look, you can see from here, boom, that's a nice uptrend there, and like that. So that's what we are basically adhering to at the minute. So let's see what happens there, guys. And then we've got these two things. So one thing, okay, so one other thing extra that I wanted to talk about today was that a lot of people said this could be where the bear market started. I've seen some people that I respect in the market using some great TA, not going to lie, it's good TA, as to why we might be starting a bear market here. However, one thing it doesn't make sense to me if we are, which I don't think we are personally, is that the sentiment is weird, because normally if we start a bear market, it happens at a time for maximum pain for the retail investor. So like I showed you yesterday on Google Trends, we looked, and the time when most retail investors were searching about crypto, we had a crash. At the minute, like I showed you yesterday, not many people are searching for crypto. It wouldn't make sense to me to have a huge correction here, because like who are they taking money from? Themselves, like institutions taking money from themselves, or whales taking money from other whales. Like, doesn't really make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So the TA shows it a little bit. I think the TA is quite 50-50 at the minute. I think you could argue either side of the TA, but I think the sentiment wouldn't make sense for a big correction here. However, who knows? Who knows? It's cryptocurrency. Anything can happen. Anything can change. Anything can happen. The two big things that I wanted you to turn your attention to that aren't really being talked about too much is that Panama introduces a bill to legalize cryptocurrency after El Salvador. Panama is now set to legalize crypto. Panama's draft will give freedom to citizens, does not intend to force obligatory Bitcoin acceptance, but will allow paying taxes in Bitcoin. So there's massively bullish, and it's only had like 28 retweets. So like, this just shows that like people don't want your eyes on things like this at the minute, and I don't know why. We've then got CZ, who's the CEO of Binance, if he still is, I'm not sure 100%. Today, not even going to go for that name. Someone Rada of Ukraine, Parliament adopted a draft law on virtual assets for regulating operations with crypto. Regulatory clarity in the space is bullish for crypto. Basically, Ukraine have come out with some regulatory guidelines for cryptocurrency, embracing it a little bit more. So they're two massively positive things that are going on in the market at the minute. And yeah, obviously the Coinbase issue is still out there. Also though, we saw Tom Brady, Steph Curry, and a lot of other celebrities start to talk about crypto. When we say there's going to be if you say there's going to be a crypto crash, I wouldn't expect that to be the second that they start talking about it. If there was going to be a crash, I'd expect that to be a few months while everyone starts to get super excited about the market, and then we see a correction. Because otherwise, like, why would people, companies who control a lot of the media, why would they be spending bucket loads in advertising when the market's going to come down, people won't get invested? That is my personal speculation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about that. I do reply to every single YouTube comment. So yeah, that's it basically for this video. I hope you have a great day, and I hope this helps you with a bit of what my thinking is on the market. And I will speak to you on the next one. Oh, actually, one last thing. Cardano was something. So the 702, this level here, this is a very interesting one that not many people picked up on. So 702 is here, 786 is here, okay? 702 is a massive point of resistance. If you look at Cardano, where did it wick down to? Boom, 702, tested that support, very, very bullish, that is for me. Bang, rejected, let's go, we're off to the races, says Cardano. So that is something to keep your eye on as well. I'm very, very happy about this point here. Very happy about that. Great point to find support. But yeah, with that being said, peace up, A-Town down, see you on the next one.